In today's session, we will cover about lead automation features. Okay,
Okay.
lead automation features. So, as you know that lead is one object which is a standard object. Okay, so which will maintain the records. The person who is interested to purchase some products, those are called as leads. Either they are purchasing the product or not, that is secondary, but if they are showing interest, they are called as leads. Okay, so with this leads, we have some automation tools. Okay, so that we will see. So first one we'll see about assignment rules. Lead assignment rules. Okay, so suppose say that um, in yesterday's session we have seen a concept of public groups and queues. Suppose say that I have a scenario. Okay, suppose if my lead city is Bangalore. Okay, then assign this lead automatically to, okay, assign this lead automatically to Bangalore queue. So this is the scenario. For example, if I'm filling the lead city as Bangalore, okay, automatically um, the owner, okay, should become a Bangalore queue. Okay, so yesterday we directly assigned this, like we have created one record. Okay, we have changed the name of the queue. So today this would be get automated. So how we can do automation, that we will see. So here we can search for assignment rules. Okay, so here you can see lead assignment rules. So click on assignment rules, and by default there is some standard rules are there. Okay, but we are going to create some new entries. So select new, and the rule name is Bangalore leads, and make it active and save it. Okay, so at a time any only one rule can be active. Okay, all the rules cannot be active at a time, any one rule can be active. Okay, so now we have created the rule. Okay, now we need to define the criteria. So if you go to the rule, you can see there is something called rule entries. So there we can define our criterias. So select on new. So sort order. Okay, we can define n number of, or not n number, we can define some certain number of rules. We can define so many rules. Okay, for that we can give the order. So this is the first rule. So I can give the number as 1. So here you can see there is an option called lead city equals Bangalore. Then assign this lead. Either if you want to assign this lead to a specific user, yes, we can assign it to user. Or if you want to assign it to specific queue, we can assign it to queue. Okay. Here, if you want to attach any lead templates like email templates based on your client requirement, you can attach the email templates by selecting this option. So now I'll select Bangalore queue. This is the scenario, right? So whenever the lead city becomes Bangalore, then okay, then it should get directly assigned, this record should get directly assigned to Bangalore queue. Okay, save. It got saved. Okay, now we can test this. So go to lead. Okay, so we can create one new lead. So this is some test lead, and this is some test company name. Okay, and here we can see there is a option called assign using active assignment rules, right? So by default, whoever is trying to create the record, okay, that person would be the owner. Okay, so now this, when saving this record, this should be assigned by using assignment rule. Let's see whether it's working or not. Details. No. Okay, so here the condition is missed out, right? So city becomes Bangalore, then only it will work. Edit, assign using active assignment rule and save it. Okay, so it's directly assigned to that specific queue. So yesterday we have seen a concept called queue. Okay, so maybe in case if you have no idea about queues, please try to refresh yesterday's session and you will get the idea about queue. Okay, so this is the one automation that we can assign the leads to Bangalore queue. Okay, this is one thing. Similarly, okay, we can see case automation features. So case is also one of the object, okay, which should be maintained as a standard object maintained by Salesforce. Suppose say that uh, uh, while trying to recharge our mobiles, there is something wrong. If there is something wrong, we will call to customer care and we will just raise some complaints. Okay, so raising some tickets, which is known as cases. So that kind of informations will be tracked here. So similarly, in case also we have one assignment rules which is called as case assignment rules. Okay, so if case mm, if case origin, okay, in case object there is a field called origin pick list. If it's become phone, okay, then assign this case to Bangalore queue. Okay, this is one more automation in the case object. So okay, we'll see how to do that. However, you are searching for lead, okay, in a similar way, you can see there is a case assignment rules. Select on this. However, you have created for lead, that would be a similar way. Okay, mm, this is phone cases. Make it active and save it. So go inside this cases and select for rule entries and search for, I mean, entry the search order, and then here you can see case origin. If the case origin becomes phone, okay, then assign this case to Bangalore queue, right? So these are all optional and you can save this one, and now we can test it out. So go to the case object and we'll create one new case. Okay, so if the case origin is phone, assign using active assignment rules, save it. Okay, so this also assigned to Bangalore queue. Okay, this is called case assignment rules. Hope this would be clear. This would be the first one. And next one, we'll see some other features. Okay, in lead side, only one feature that is called web to lead. Okay, we'll see web to lead. It's a concept of creating lead records from outside Salesforce. Okay, so suppose say that we have lead records. Okay, in how many ways we can create lead records? Either we can do a manual insert here, okay, manual form filling, and second one we can do data load, right? And we can do data import wizard. So in these ways we can create lead records. Okay, so another way is that to create a lead. Okay, suppose say that I have some forms, some contact forms. Okay, if you fill name, email, subject, message, and submit. Okay, so whatever the informations that you are filling here, that should become a lead record. So we'll see how to do that. So for that, search for web to lead. Okay, here you can see web to lead, right? And make sure that this would be checked. That is web to lead enabled. Okay, and second one, you have to select for this web to lead creation form. Okay, in what are the fields that you are trying to capture in the web to lead form. Okay, so that we need to select it. Suppose additionally if you need phone, okay, enable it. And this is return URL, right? Suppose say that you have some thank you page. Okay, so that would be return URL. So this return URL you have to take it from the client. Okay, so they will give the URL. That URL you need to give. For example, I'll give some URL now. Okay, we'll just test whether it is returning this URL. Okay, it is redirecting to this URL. We'll just check or not. And as you know that this is optional. Okay, if you want to keep captcha kind of thing, you can keep it. Okay, so now click on generate. So here you can see there are some code which got formed. Okay, so select all and then open one notepad, paste this code. Okay, and save this code anywhere. Like this is web to lead form dot html. Save this file in the format of html. Okay, so now we can test it out. This one, right? So whichever the field we have, it is there. So in order to test this, okay, we can test it out. This is test web to lead and email. You can give anything and name of the company, right? And then city you can give anything, state, yes, and phone number you can give any phone numbers. Okay, so the moment we submit, it has to be redirect to the page which we are looking for. Okay, we'll check whether it is redirecting or not. Okay, it's redirecting, right? So return URL is working fine. Now we need to go to leads and we can check whether this is created or not. Okay, click on today's leads. It would be easy to identify, right? So this is the one which we have created now, right? So, and even assignment rule is also working, right? Okay, so this is how we need to work with web to lead form. So in real time, what will happen? Okay, so you really just need to generate. Okay, this file you have to give it to your website admin. So website admin will take care of the rest. Okay, to embed this page, this one, website admin will take care of that. Okay, so your work, you just need to generate this web to lead form and you need to hand over to your website admin. Okay, so website admin will take care of that. Okay, so in case if they fill this form, if they submit, okay, so directly you will get this record in Salesforce, right? So similarly, we have one more option in case, which is nothing but web to case. Okay, this is also similar option, creating case records from outside Salesforce. Okay, so we'll see how to do that. So here you can see web to case option. Okay, so web to case option, first make sure that it is enabled. Okay, if it is enabled, here you can see web to case HTML generator, right? So similarly, whatever you need in the form, select this. Okay, so return URL, you can check with some URLs, and if you want to check this one, keep this one, and then click on generate. Okay, so you will get the form again. So again I'll paste. Okay, this is web2 case.html, right? So now again we can go back to the desktop. Here you can see web2 case file, right? So here it is generating. This is, I'll give it as test web2 case, right? Email test at 123.com something, and then phone number, you can fill it out. Subject test, description, some mobile is not working. Okay, and priority is medium or high, and then we can submit it. Okay, return URL is working fine. Okay, now we can navigate to case records and we can check whether the case is created or not. So all open cases. Hope this would be the today's one, right? So test web2 case, right? And the email and the phone number, okay, whichever we have entered, it came here, right? So hope this would be clear. Test web2 case, right? So additionally, we have one more option in case. So we are currently learning this one. So we have learned two options so far, right? Additionally, we have one more option that we will learn. So the next option is email to case. Okay. So email to case is right creating complaints, right? Tracking the complaints from email. This is called email to case, right? So we'll just enable email to case. For that, search for email to case. Okay. So here you can see email to case option. So make sure that it is enabled first. Okay, still it is not enabled. Click on edit. Okay, so enable email to case, right? And then this would be the first step. You need to enable this email to case. Okay, these are all additional options. If you want, you can just go through this and you can enable it. Okay, and the second thing is you have to enable this one, on demand service. This is the second step, right? So once you enable this email to case and then on demand service, just save this one, right? So the moment you save, you will get a section called routing address. Okay, select new routing address. Okay, here for example, this is support team address. Okay, so you can give any email IDs. I'll just give this email address. Okay, make sure that email address should not be the same when you created org, right? So for this, you have created you have entered some email address, right? This should not be the same email address, okay, when you created org. Okay, this should be the different email address. Okay, and then, so these are all additional email options. Okay, so if you want to create task, yes, you can create task. Okay, and the moment you submit the email message, right, it should get assigned to queue, then assign it to queue. Or if you don't want to assign it to anyone, just no need to assign it to anyone. Okay, and case priority, if it's coming from email, make it low or make it high. Case origin maximum, it would be this option. Okay, so this two options doesn't make sense, but it is given. Okay, but make sure that maximum this would be the option in the real time. Okay, and save it. The moment you save, okay, so it's asking you to verify, right? So click on verify. The moment you click verify, you will get one email from Salesforce. Okay, so click on this link so that it will get verified. Okay, so now go to Salesforce, right? Select on continue. Okay, so this got verified, right? So once it got verified, okay, your work is done. Okay, you just need to submit this verification address. Okay, you just need to submit this verification address to your, again, to your admin is there, right? So you need to submit this one to your um, this service provider, whoever the email service provider is there. Okay, you need to submit to them. Okay, for example, I'm in order to test this, I'm just logging into some different address. Okay, just for a test. If you want to test, you can test it with the same email address, no problem. Okay, I'll just compose one email. Okay, I just wanted to test whether the case is creating or not. Okay, this is test email to case. Okay, and then dear team. Okay, and you can explain the issue and you can say some thanks. Okay, and then mention your name. Okay, once you mention all those things, just send this. Okay, so the moment you send this, and we'll check on all open cases. Okay, here you can see, right, there is a new case got created, right? And the priority the priority is low, and this is the person who submitted the case. Okay, this is the first name last name which is there in the email. And then here you can see this is the subject of the email which came as a case subject, and this is the message from the email, right? And email origin whichever you have selected, that would be the option, right? Okay, so this is how we can generate cases from email. Okay, hope this option is clear. And in real time, what I have explained you is you just need to submit the entire routing address. For example, this is the address which we got it, right? So this address we just need to provide it to our domain service provider, domain email service provider. They will just do some configuration, okay, and they will provide some address like something like support at some brandname.com. Okay, they will just mask this address. Within this address, they will just make a replacement of this. Okay, so if you submit to this address, okay, internally the message will be submitted to this. Okay, but in externally we can see only this one. Okay, so if internally if it submits to this, automatically the case record will get created in our organization. Okay, so this is how it will work. Okay, this is called email to case. So totally we have seen um, one, two, three, four, five options today. Okay, so practice with these five options and we'll continue with this from tomorrow. Still, we have some features which needs to be covered. Okay, that we can continue with tomorrow's session. So that's all about today.